Got my needed parts in, so I'm gonna start part 2 of this, fixing that governor fork that's broken on the inside. I'm gonna have to drain the oil out that I just put in there. Try to catch it and reuse it, but I think I have what I need. I guess I really won't know. This is my first time tearing into one of these Yanmar engines. Open up the crankcase anyway. From all my research, I found this on eBay. This is the crankcase gasket. You can see the part number there, 114250-01412. Have the governor fork piece right here. This piece, part number is really hard to find. There's a lot of Chinese copy stuff out there, but in my experience, the Chinese copy stuff is close but no cigar compared to Yanmar. I just by chance found it by searching. That's the Yanmar part number, 714250-61500. Then I was able to find it by using NSN. This is like a surplus part as the other one on eBay. And then for the pull start assembly, I've never had luck finding those, but there's a lot of Chinese copies and they do work. What you need to make sure you do is, if you notice, I also have the cup here. You have to buy the pull start that comes with the new cup, and you have to replace the cup. See the size difference? You can't just put that pull start, it won't grab this. This is not hard to change out. You don't even need to take that main nut. There's just the 3 bolts. You swap this in, but I'm not even putting this on until after I rebuild it. But I'd already removed the fuel tank, fuel lines. I'm not even sure I'm gonna put this stuff back on when I do it. New padding on here. I'm gonna put some more. I ordered some fittings that I might use on the tank if I'm able to save it. If not, what I might do is just get one of the factory Yanmar small fuel tanks that bolts on this area right here and see if I can make that work. But my major thing is to get the engine running properly. So I'm gonna start digging in. 17mm wrench or socket for the oil drain plug. It's gonna go well. I'm gonna try to use this hose on the funnel to catch oil. Made a big mess with the oil. I knew it was gonna happen. But anyway, so I'm starting to remove, I took my little cover off the injection pump, starting to remove all the wires. I got all the ones off by the starter, and I'm just wrapping them up, labeling them, and either writing a number on the generator itself where it's supposed to go, or tagging the wires. The really only wires coming off the actual motor are these little ones here. It's mostly 10mm. This is 13. 10mm up top, and then there's going to be these. I haven't made it that far yet. All right, I finished removing everything except the motor mounts that connects the engine and the alternator to the control panel box. Don't forget, there's a little thingy down there you got to take out with a Phillips and small screw. In order to get at it, you got to take this guard off, which can be taken off with a flat. These little screw-in pin-out fittings, you can just pull them off. You don't have to worry about labeling those because they'll only go in one way. And if they're stuck on there good, as you loosen it, it may feel tight, but it will actually pull the fitting off. I figured I would just get them out of the way. And the other thing is the little emergency stop cable. This part right here, it's going to be clamped in place. What I did is I put a flathead screwdriver in here and kind of pried it both ways just enough to be able to open this up. Wrong thing. Open that up and then loosen one of these bolts and twist it this way and get it out of the way. So now I'm going to work on getting the motor mounts off. 17mm, you got the one that's up here, and then the 2 here, they're already off underneath. So the whole thing should be loosed, and you get to watch me try to shuffle it out here now. Can't say that went badly. Okay, got it off. One of these bolts I was already removed to get the grounding strap off. There's just a little like industrial rubber coupling in there. Took one of these apart years ago, don't quite remember. I know the hard part, and I'm hoping we don't need to do it, is that stupid little silver adapter. This is a tapered, I don't remember the exact type, but it's tapered. In order to get that completely off, I'm hoping I won't need to do that. But I'm gonna start taking it apart. I'm saying this for my memory in the recording too, but there's washers, it looks like, between the little support bracket and the upper shroud or whatever you want to call it. I got the 4 half-inch bolts off, and I forgot that this is in the way of pulling this bracket all the way off. What I was hoping I was going to be able to avoid was having to take this screw out, because last time this whole thing was a disaster to get off. It actually feels pretty loose. You can see it's got play, but I think it's that collar underneath. Let's see how it goes. All right, so I got it to this part, and just like the one I took apart years ago, there's a 3/16 Allen head right there. That's just super hard to get off. There's also 1/8 inch set screws on the back side of that little piece. I'm just gonna heat this up. I put some PB Blaster and stuff on it, and I'm gonna hope for the best that I can get it off. The battery on my phone's dying, so I'm not gonna record doing all this work, but hopefully it'll come off. No luck with the PB Blaster and heat. I'm trying not to strip this bolt. That's what happened last time I did it, so I'm going to call it a day for today. I have other stuff to take care of around the house, so I'll keep spraying this with PB Blaster. And then I'm going to go into the technical manual and confirm that this is not a left-handed thread. I do not think that it is, but I want to rule it out. And then I guess I'll pick up on working on it tomorrow. All right, I've been working at this a couple days. Not really having much luck here trying to get this thing off, so give it one more try. I'm going to put as much heat as I can put on it. It's hard to get the heat on this because you don't want to apply the heat directly to the bolt head, because you don't want to just shear the head off. I'm trying to avoid. Oh, it came off. No shit. Been trying this for a damn week. It came off. Hell yeah. Awesome. Alright, that's going to be hot as could be. I don't even want to put it on the wood. I don't know how well. I'm going to try to get the camera to focus on it here. See, you can actually see how this twisted. Same with my Allen key. That's how much torque I was putting on it. I guess maybe I just heated this up enough times where it came apart from the thread locker kind of gave up with the expanding and contracting. Oh man, I'm really happy. I was getting, not bugged out about it, but I was getting disappointed. Now, I gotta get that little adapter off there. All right, now I'm gonna keep spraying this with some penetrant. I got it tilted so when I spray it in the back, hopefully it'll come up front. While that's on there, I'm gonna see if this puller I have is gonna actually do anything for me. All right, got the puller on there, so let's see. Turn the dang thing the right way. I took the ratchet off the other side. It was easy to hold the shaft from turning. All right, I repositioned this so I'm gonna be able to hold it better. I'm gonna use the little bit like smaller impact, and hopefully that'll do the trick instead of me trying to hold this and turn it at the same time. Came off. Glad it didn't shoot back in my damn face, but it came off. It's probably still really hot from my. The shaft's in pretty good shape. Can you see it? That piece is really hot, but it's still working, so I'm gonna do the other parts. So, the next step is gonna be, I'm gonna clean this up a little bit as best as I can. Whoa! Wow, very cool, huh, Mac? Wanna see? Daddy got it off. I'm going to clean all of it up. I might try to get some of the rust off because... That's right. Yanmar actually makes a special tool for that, that little rubber seal on the crankshaft that you're supposed to slip it on there whenever you remove the crankcase cover. I'm hoping I could just put a whole bunch of grease and stuff on it and it'll be okay, especially with the rust. I'm going to start working on taking the crankcase off. But first what I'm going to do, because I know I'm going to end up needing to do it, is get the injection pump off again. So I'm going to remove the high pressure line, the injection pump, and then I'm also going to take off the little, I don't know what you want to call it, throttle control. I've never taken this apart before, but it doesn't look terribly complicated. So 10 millimeter. Longer bolt has a flat area on it for this to rotate. And then keep in mind where that spring, what hole it goes through. It's off to the side so none of these springs get really messed up. I'm going to take my marker. It was on that one. I don't know if that's right, but I'm going to mark that for now. 17 millimeter. Sometimes you need a second one to hold the injection pump, little piece. 10 millimeter for the injection pump. If this was loose or you took this all the way off by mistake, there's a little spring plunger and a set of copper washers in there. Very critical that those go in there. Nothing on here goes super tight. Right now I don't have the manual out to give me the torque settings on these, but when I put it together, in the end I will torque everything down properly, because I had just put this back on from my first video just to keep dirt and mud daubers and things from going into the crankcase. It does have a little inspection cover and gasket. Make sure you keep that as clean as possible. And another thing that's critical are these little washers on here. These are set from the factory for timing. Plunger or whatever you want to call it that goes over the spring. And one thing I'm going to need to deal with later that I showed in the first video too is this was actually bent. I'm hoping what I'll be able to do, because it still moves, it's just a little stiff, is I'm hoping that I'll be able to, actually no I won't. That sucks. You can see there's a hairline fracture. It's probably still serviceable, but looks like I'm going to need to get an injection pump. This is easy to change out, so I may use it just to see that the governor work that I'm doing came out as it should.